gentlemen, here are the Ravens.
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And Monday Night Prime Time is underway. LeJohntay Westert to return it. He stopped on the run back to the 27th. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And leading them out in year 9. No surprises here, partner. It is the two-time MVP Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player and the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Lamar back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple.
Textbook hitch route. Hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Didn't get all they wanted out of that last play, so now they've got 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Got a man downfield. It's Bateman. Brought to the ground as they hit him big on that play, Brock. It looks like they're marking a gain of about 25 yards.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
First and 10 now from the 46. Here's Lamar. And down he goes on the wrong side of midfield. They got him at the 46. Jonathan Grenard. And that will bring up 2nd and 18.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
A tight end in motion now. RPO here, quick throw, grabbed by Flowers. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Being limited to a couple.
Brings up 3rd down.
Five men out in the secondary for the Eagles on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. He's in trouble again, and he's going to go down. 2nd time on this opening series. Nolan Smith. And that's going to bring this offense to a 4th and 23.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out, and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. At quarterback, they're going to turn to the 7th-year dual threat, Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. He's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have. It's just kind of the type of play why you name a position like this tight end, because it's going to be tight throws in the contested windows, and you got to get the job done with people all around you.
So 5 on the catch, 5 still to go on second down. They go play fake with Hurts. Yeah, defensive pressure messes up that release. Pass falls to the ground. It is incomplete. It's third down. Ooh, boy, that play action nearly backfired right there, Brock. Took a little bit too much time to set it up and some quick thinking at the end there to get that throw away as the hit arrived.
Yeah, that's really well said, because, you could feel sometimes as a quarterback on drop back, the timing.
Yeah.
Play action, sometimes it gets a little hairy. That was pretty savvy of him to find an incompletion.
So they couldn't throw for it on third down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
Now on fourth down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. And he's going to call for the fair catch here at the 38-yard line. Here comes the Ravens offense, Brock, as we take a look at their coordinator, Declan Doyle. First season for him in Baltimore, coming over from Chicago after he helped guide the Bears to one of the best offensive seasons in franchise history in his lone year there. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. Deep drop this time. And the coverage too much to battle through on this play. Multiple defenders there, a lot of contact at the catch. This one's incomplete.
Quarterback of his renown, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Ooh, and the stop made awfully close to the marker and the midfield. It's going to be 3rd and short now from the 49.
Brings up 3rd down.
Henry's going to try to pick it up. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, and knocked down that runner.
4th down now, trying for the sticks with an option. Now a hit, and Jackson loses the ball. And it's recovered by the offense, but Brock, it's 4th down. Only the fumbler can advance it, so this is still going to be a turnover on downs. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. First and 10 now from the 46. Throwing here, Hurts. Steps up, and he's running with it. Giving him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Hurts. He'll try and run this. What a run. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, 26 yards. Well, Brock, it looked like it took the full defense a while to recognize that he was actually running with it. I think it limited their ability to stop what turned into a pretty impressive touchdown.
I think you're exactly right on this one, Kate. Not too many scrambles go this far for a touchdown. And you got to give some credit to the guys around him. None of those receivers, tight ends, well, they just sold it. They didn't look back at him. Had they? I think the defense is able to react and stop that touchdown. Instead, that's 6 big points on the board.
Elliott's with the extra points. And that's good for a 7-0 lead.
Eagles 7, Ravens 0.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Rasheen Ali on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. We see the Ravens making their way out now. Their failure on 4th down was answered by a touchdown, so they're really going to need to rebuild some momentum as they take the field once again. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. This one's to Andrews outright. He's tackled after a gain of about 13. And that's going to bring up a Ravens 1st down.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Now it's Lamar. And we'll have a 4-yard gain on that one. He's taken down at the 44.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Got 4 on the completion, so still 6 ahead of him on 2nd down. Play fake, Jackson. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now here's Lamar. This one's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Had to look up the middle, but trouble hanging on through that contact. That's going to force 4th down.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, get to dime coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure. Let the cover guys go shut it down.
That's taken at the 15. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Right side complete to Lemon. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Completed left side to Smith. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Braden Mann out once more for another punt. Back for the Ravens, LeJohntay Wester. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. This is Henry to start the drive. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Showing some patience in their ground game early here, Brock. Continuing to feed their guy despite the lack of results so far.
I know this will sound kind of silly, but you've got to run the ball to run the ball. And what I mean by that, there's no way to get this run game going is unless you continue to give him the rock to try to warm it up.
This is Henry on 2nd. Room to work at the 35. And he has this all the way across to the opposing 45. It's a big gain from the Ravens. 32 yards. Well, he's got his early highlights, Brock, but you know he wants to add a few more to that reel before this game wraps up.
There's no question about that. Now, you want to get that century mark. That's a number that running backs are proud of, and stacking runs like that will sure help.
And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Might want to leave that call in your college game, Brock. We love seeing that, right? We both cover college, too, but probably a reason you don't see NFL offenses running that.
Yeah, the college kids, they're making some money these days, but not as much as these pros, and there's a reason that you protect that most important asset.
Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Screen to Barkley. He'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25.
Complete.
Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. So 5 on the catch, 5 still to go on second down. Hurts looking to throw. Caught again by Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds, so after picking up 3, it's going to be third down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And it's a nickel set for the Ravens, third down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. He's going to have about 9 yards, it looks like, as he's forced towards that sideline. And that sets up an Eagles first down.
I love that call on third down because it just gives you options. The best third down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
Now Hurts. He's in trouble, not going to get away. They drop him at the 29. Trey Hendrickson. And that backs them up now into a 2nd and 18.
Second down.
We're through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They have second down behind the sticks. Hurts to throw. They set up the screen. It's Smith. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Ravens crowding the passing lanes. They go into the dime for third down. Here's Hurts. And the rush is going to win this rep. They get to him. Trey Hendrickson. And now that brings them to a 4th and 24.
The number of times we see quarterbacks with his running ability make plays, critical plays on third down, it's got to be refreshing for that defense to finally see them on the right side of it.
Great man on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. He has it at the 33. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Baltimore running its offense out now. And there is room for improvement from that previous drive. Stalled out, necessitated a call to that punt team.
Yeah, and in these situations, I always love reminding the offense that first down. Just move the chains the first time to get yourself in the rhythm because you don't want to see that punter anytime soon.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson to throw it. And that's going to hit the turf. A good throw, but he couldn't hang on through the contact. We've got second down. First play of the drive, Brock. You always tell me this, always the start of a new battle, and the defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right?
Yeah.
You got to now put yourself in a manageable third down after lack of execution on first.
From the gun, a run for Henry. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
Third down, and they need to get 10. Jackson looking to throw. That's caught for the first. And They will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Looking to throw, Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That whole operation right there, Kate, delivered with conviction. Passes have to be if you want to pick up first downs and keep the drive on schedule.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. It's Henry on the counter. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Well, you've taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
The other thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. The coordinators love to dial it up.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Hill now from the gun. Hop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, that is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something, an injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
They'll air it out on 3rd. He's going to run for it. And Lamar doing what he does oh so often, Brock. Sliding in safe after picking up the first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Now pitch it to Henry. And he only gets this one down to the 9. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Out of the gun, Henry. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Ravens! Derrick Henry finishing off a 9-play scoring drive with 6. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Luke with the point after. And that ties things at 7.
That ties the game at 7.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They go to Barkley again. Breaks the tackle. And they'll get to him here. Play finally put to an end after about 15 yards gained, and they got that first down too.
Yak, yak, yak. That's what it's all about in this league as a running back. Can you get those hard yards after initial contact? This dude just got it done.
First down from the 42. Here's another carry for Barkley. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. A nice early return there. They're going to be more than happy with that one, Brock. And could be a huge boost to their offense if this ground game can get going at this pace.
Every offense in this league searches for explosives. How can we find it? It's often through the air, but when you get it on the ground like that, boy, is it a huge bonus.
One of the tight ends motions right. Working on 2nd down. Hurts. Short pass caught by his tight end. There's the hit. They're going to force him out of play with a gain of about 12. And it's going to be a Philadelphia first down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
They send the tight end in motion left. From the gun, it's a give to Bigsby. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They motion a receiver left. On 2nd down, here's Hurts. Over the middle and complete to Goddard. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8. 3rd down.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Oh, I love this. Give it to the big guy on 4th short. Able to gain about 1 on the play, and that is good for an Eagles first down.
He's not their bell cow. He's not a breakaway type of runner, but he didn't need to be. He just had to get forward and reach the first down before the defense could pivot and stop him.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end left. Throwing here, Hurts. Hauled in by Goddard, left side. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. And instead of a receiver, that one finds the ground. Incomplete, it's 2nd down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Now put one of the tight ends in motion. It's Hurts throwing on 2nd. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Hurts setting up to throw. In trouble here, and he's not going to get away. They bring him down at the 22. And that's going to leave this offense facing a 4th and forever 22.
Yeah, that's what I call an absolute no-no. I mean, that just can't happen down here in the red zone. You've got to find a way to get rid of the football because now you're not only outside the red zone and you put some points that you thought were a guarantee with either a touchdown or field goal, now a little bit in limbo.
A 39-yard attempt.
And connects there. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Eagles 10.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Jake Elliott to kick
Elliott's
off
all
for
set for the
Philadelphia.
kickoff. Ali to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back-and-forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
The drive begins with Henry. He's brought down, play goes for, looks like about 11 yards. And that's going to set up a Ravens first down.
We see it and hear it all the time. For receivers, their favorite moment is just to go up over a DB and make a play. And for these running backs, there is nothing that beats slamming right through a tackle and getting that first down.
We've set it downs from 37. Here's Lamar. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. Well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's second and 10. Flying down the middle with Henry. Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. And that is good for a Baltimore first down. Just some great blocking on that play, Brock. Those extra bodies near the line sure helped him get the space that he needed to get that chunk of yards.
We hear it almost each and every week from offenses that really love their 12 personnel. Defenses trying to stop it, know how difficult it can be. Job well done by everybody there.
Lamar off the play fake. Closing in, and they're going to get him down. They're going to mark him at the 42. That's Grenard again. And he now has 2 sacks here on Monday Night Primetime.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
And we won't see another play here, Brock, as the clock reaches 2 minutes to go. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on second down. 16 to go following the sack. Trying again following the sack. Lamar. To the left side, caught by Andrews. And he's going to be brought down before he can really do anything after that catch. So give him, it looks like about 7.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Throw here, third down. Making the call himself. Escapes the defender. There's the stop. Play hits for 15 before it, though. And that's going to bring up a Ravens first down.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
New set of downs from 37. Now Jackson. The screen pass falls incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's second and 10. Running back sent in motion. Jackson a throw on second. Looking slant route, complete. And he's going to be brought down before he can really do anything after that catch. So give him, it looks like about 7. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. That pass pulled in by Henry. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
A costly mistake as the late hit on the quarterback leaves this defense out there and gives the other side some yards and a first. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. Play action, here's Jackson. Dumps it off to his running back. Great coverage all the way to the sideline. They're on him to end that quick pass before he can get vertical. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Believe it or not, a big loss on that completed pass. So here comes 2nd and long. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Here's Henry again. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. And it's going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Thinking touchdown, but they will not get it. That's incomplete. And even worse, Brock, it's going to bring up 4th down. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to kick points off the board.
Roop knocks it through, and it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
Just a whole different mindset now, Kate, really for both sides. As they go into halftime, more than likely tied, just starting from scratch, whole new ball game.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. This is going to be a big gain, Brock. He's tackled after about 21 yards. And that sets up an Eagles 1st down. Timeout is called, just 4 seconds, and we would assume, Brock, 1 play remaining in this half. Big shot to begin the drive, has him up beyond the 40. One final shot before the half. Lobs this one deep down the left sideline. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our 1st half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the third quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Shipley now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. Third quarter's going to start with a run by Barkley. Jukes away from one. They wind up with a quality 16-yard pickup on that play. They get the...
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. First down, and they go right back to it. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. We're going to go with Barkley on the counter. He dodged the tackle. And a stop is made. First down coming up. It's a gain of 11. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it could be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the blitz. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
Going to the ground again on first. Runs around him. He's got space. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
On the carry. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they could take it to the house.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
Ravens 10.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Western on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Flowers will go in motion left. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
Ball carrier. Cooper DeJean on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
Picked up a few on that first down play, so now we've got 2nd and 7. The give to Henry on the inside handoff. That's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice gain.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust,
yeah.
right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
So first down from the 41. Play fake, Jackson. And he's going to be brought down back at the 34-yard line. That's Grenard again. And that is 3 for him on Monday Night Primetime.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
This is Henry on 2nd. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Andrew Makuba attacking to make that stop.
The 35-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Now it's Lamar. And they come up empty on that 3rd down. Would have been good for the first, but couldn't hang on through that hit. It is 4th down.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And he has done all that they've asked for him, shouldering the weight of this offense, got his 100-yard game. He's reached the end zone for him as well, Brock. Just really put together a performance he can be proud of. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Second down, Hurts. Short pass brought in. And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch. And hit got there quickly.
3rd down.
Third down here, need 8 on the play. Back to throw, Hurts. And he's going to be brought down back to the 13-yard line. Travis Jones. And now it is 4th and 17.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
The Eagles are in punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Starts from the 44. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. This is Henry to start the drive. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that run may not have moved the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Lamar's going to keep this one. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Play brought to an end by Jonathan Grenard.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Turning to Henry on 3rd. Forward progress stops. Play winds up going for about 6. That's good for the 1st down.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Jackson throwing here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. A pickup of 17. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All set now. 1st and 10. Zone read. They'll hand off to Henry. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down.
Even though we don't have mics in that huddle, I can imagine what's being said down there, Kate. It is keep feeding him. When you get positive yards and you start to run the ball and wear out your opponent, don't go away from it.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. A draw now. This is Henry. The stop is made after a gain of 6. That's going to make it 1st and goal.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. And you feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
First down, Henry's the running back. Coming off his 4th carry this drive. Another carry for him. And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal. So solid start there on 1st and goal, making some progress, keeping the pressure on this defense.
Yep, took away a lot of the cushion this defense had left, and now really running past both totally in play.
Henry has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Man, great read by the defense there. They attacked and they found that runner quick.
You look up run blitz by a linebacker.
Yeah.
That is in the dictionary right there.
There it is. Offense is getting closer, but 2 yards left to figure out. It's 3rd and goal. Lamar back to throw. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Just 2 yards away, so the offense going for it. It's 4th and goal. It's a designed run for him. And they stop him. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again. Is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Oh no, ball's loose. Ball's loose in the end zone. And the fumble recovery is made. Well, Brock, you know that I like to spin positive. So at the very least, they were able to get to that fumble and only give up 2. Easily could have been 6 there.
Well, why don't you haul down to the field and tell those defenders to be positive too? Because some of their body language is a little dejected. I get it. You wanted 6 points once that ball hit the deck. But cheer up, boys. 2 points in possession. That's not bad either.
So following the safety, Brock, they're on now to begrudgingly send it away with a free kick. That's grabbed at the 10. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. The Ravens trotting out their offense. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Henry. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. They left him wide open. It's complete. He's going to be encouraged to that sideline. Gain of about 18. And that's going to set up a Ravens 1st down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Out of the gun, Henry. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through 1 tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. Well, anytime you dial up a blitz and you catch them running the draw like that, Brock, the D coordinator is going to be patting himself on the back right there.
He is, and not only for the call, but the execution of his player as well. Because you call a blitz, Kate, sometimes they can just run with their hair on fire. He had the awareness to stop that draw before it could get started.
Drop this one down for Henry. And he's going to get about 3 here, almost all of it on the catch. The defense was there immediately.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
3rd and long for him here. It is almost picked off. He had the interception, but he couldn't hang on. It will, though, still bring up 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. And really one of the areas, when you watch college game to the NFL game, that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And they come back after the field with something to prove, Brock. You've told me before that it is embarrassing to give up a safety.
Yeah, it's a little hard, Kate, to run off the field and look at your defensive mates as you've given up 2 points on offense. So, yeah, the last thing they want to do is do that again and instead turn this momentum around.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. On On the play fake, it's Hurts. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23. Hurts. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. Third down coming up. Well, if they would have connected on that one, Brock, that sure would have represented a large chunk of his passing yardage in what's been a pretty quiet game so far.
Yeah, kind of based on how little success they've had and found through the air. Gosh, honestly, Kate, I'm not surprised that one fell to the ground, too.
Here he goes, third and long. And he loses control, and that one's going to fall to the ground, Brock. Needed to bring that in. Instead, the mistake means it's fourth down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
They're out now, ready to punt it. His work begins at the 31. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And they had to wave that white flag on their last drive, Brock, hoping to avoid having to call that punter this time out.
Yeah, you get several chances a game, on average, somewhere around 10 possessions, and you know not all of them are going to pan out. So you got to forget what lies behind and keep pressing on to the journey ahead.
They send a man in motion. Now here's Lamar. Looking for something, but the defense makes the play first, dropping him at the 27. There's another one for Smith. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Second down, here's Lamar. And for one of the few times this game, Brock, the target his way does not connect. It's incomplete. Now they've got to figure things out on third down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Looking to throw, Jackson. He's making a bid for it. He slides to a stop after a great run, but still not quite enough for that first down. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Punt team on the field. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And they've got first down. Give him a gain of 13 on that previous play.
He and this ground game, Kate, have seen such a steady dose of work. And what you hope is all of those body blows throughout can lead to a knockout punch like that.
Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. They go to Barkley again. And this hasn't been a common sign out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
On second down, here's Barkley. Down he goes after a pickup of about 12 yards. And it's going to be a Philadelphia first down.
Kind of just feel it, don't you? Trying to close out this game, just keep leaning on that somebody who has produced and made the most of every one of his touches throughout.
New set of downs from 37. Man in motion here. On the run, it's Smith. He's held it just a couple of yards on that carry, and that brings up second down.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. It's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Hurts. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. And that's just a good call there. Not the type of lead or the down where you should be forcing anything. So good call there to just get rid of it.
Yeah, this is called game management, right?
Yeah.
People get this bad perception of a game manager. He's a game manager. No, you should be a good game manager. And make sure you throw it away if nothing is there.
And he's going to go down here. They are on him back around the 28. That's Jones again. And that's going to bring up 4th and 19 now.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense gets a chance in a one-score game.
Their punter making his way out now. Great man will kick it away. He's got it at the 24. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play.
At their own 27-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Now pitch it to Henry. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd
and 9.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Handoff headed right to Henry. Improvising on the cutback to the middle, gets him about 5 yards ahead of 3rd down.
Nothing too fancy there. That is just some good physical football from a back who knows how to read his blocks, Kate, keep himself square, and go get those tough yards.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Jackson looking to throw. He's able to hit Flowers. Caught. Now he's past the 25. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers from 68 yards out. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
So after thinking it over, they're lining up for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Jackson to throw it. And it falls incomplete. Can't make that pass work, so as a result, they will not be able to push their new lead to a field goal.
17. Tyler Luke to kick
All
off
set
for
up. Here's
Baltimore.
Luke to kick it away. Pierce now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10.
Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Starting out trips right here. First and 10. They go play fake with Hurts. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, so he's just going to hold this one away. All right, so trailing right now, looking up at the scoreboard, Brock. Can't afford to be too picky, but it did look like getting rid of that football was the right call there.
Yeah, you live to play another day. Now, the key is you've got to take advantage of this day to come.
Still in the 23. Barkley off the pistol give. Solid work on his part. Gets 7 there. It's still third down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Hurts looking to throw. It's a screen to Barkley. And they're turned away on 3rd and short. Actually might have lost a yard. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
They'll bring out the punter here. And this effort's going to give him an even half dozen tonight. Starts his return from the 23. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. New set of downs for him from the 31. It's an option right that begins this drive. He finds him 6 yards on that first down run.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. They put Flowers in motion right. And he's going to work ahead for a couple here. It's 3rd down now.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's Lamar. He's not going to get away from this. They're all over him. They drop him at the 33. That's Grenard again. And that's going to bring us 4th and 8.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And they could really use a good one here. He has it at the 22. And he's brought down before the return gets far. And the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. New set of downs for him from the 31. First down, a run with Barkley. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Here's another carry for Barkley. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And he's going to have just enough for the first down. That throw was short, Brock. A great individual effort. They've got a fresh set of downs.
That just felt like a composure play. Quarterback was calm. Receiver did his job securing the ball, and because of it, those chains are moving.
First down from the 42. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And get forward about 5 yards, looks like. It's 2nd down now.
I'm not seeing any signs of wear on those legs. In fact, I think this running back likes getting his number called. Eventually, sure, you're going to have to spell him, but right now he's in a pretty good rhythm.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Hurts tucks it, starts running. Into enemy territory and a yard at most from the first. That brings up 3rd down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Shotgun give now to Bigsby. Stop is made after a gain of about 7. That's going to be enough for the first.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
First down from the 42. Quick toss here into the hands of Brown. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate and turns into a nice gain.
Looked like a first for a moment, but still a couple of inches left to go. 2nd down. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's hauled down just beyond the line, but that's all they needed. Just a single yard for that first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Hurts setting up to throw. And he's going to be taken down back at the 39. That is Trenton Simpson. And that will bring up 2nd and 18.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes. And it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
Multiple ways to attack. They're 2nd and long. Trying again following the sack. Hurts. Pressure's going to get there, and he goes down. That is Trenton Simpson. It's a repeat of the last play. That's going to bring them to 3rd down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Now to throw. He's not going to be able to get rid of this, and they got to him. There's Young again. And that is not something this offense could afford, Brock. That's going to bring up 4th and long.
Hey, third down, I get it. Give your quarterback some freedom, right, to make a play, even if he's got to work backwards. But it can blow up in your face as it did right there when nothing opens up.
Desperation time here on fourth. And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. Their defense held, clinging to the slimmest of leads, Brock, and now that lead entrusted to this offense, asking them to just run out that clock.
And now the last thing this offense wants to do, really the only thing it can't do, is make an unforced error and turn it over.
First down now, ball at the 33. It's Henry on the counter. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
That's some running over there, Kate, that's going to get some love from his coaches, maybe some fist pounds too. Nothing flashy. Just trust your keys, run behind your pads, and get what's there.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Jackson keeping it himself. That's a first down for the Ravens, partner. And that should all but do it here. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. With a win in hand, they'll take the knee and let this clock run out. So it ends as a win for the Ravens. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL,